There was a small button to press. I was looking forward to meeting the butler. This guy was no butler.
What do you want?
Hi. Nice evening.
Clear off.
I was hoping you could help me. My car.
Tough.
But
This is private property. Get lost.
well, his interpersonal skill set needs a little work.
George, did you seriously expect him to open the gate for you?
Well, I certainly expected better manners. Hey, Nico, will you press this button?
What do you have in mind, George?
See if you can get the guard to open the gate.
What do you want? Oh.
Bonjour, chérie. I have a tiny problem with my car. Could you help me with it?
Oh, I could help you with it, all right.
You are so kind.
You're French, aren't you?
God, that's incredible. How did you know?
Oh, I've been around.
Oh, I bet you have.
So, what brings a pretty little thing like you up here?
I'd gotten over the first hurdle, but there were more guards inside, and some of them had dogs, too. Rooting around in trash cans. One of my little foibles. Sometimes you get lucky and find a real treasure. Hey, string! You never knew when a piece of string was going to come in handy. This trash can was empty. Apart from the garbage, of course. This trash can looked promising. America's best export, a burger. I put the half-eaten burger in my pocket. Must have been some kind of urban survival instinct at work. I was pretty sure I'd seen James Bond do something clever with foil once. Trouble was, I couldn't remember what. no way to open the window. I could see more guards in the foyer. The building looked pretty classy inside.
Hey, you!
Amazingly, the dog was even uglier than the guard. I sure was glad we had a fence between us. I hoped it wasn't choosy about what it ate. There was no time to go hunting for pickles.
What kept you?
Oh, just chatting to Boris about old girlfriends.
See the helicopter?
Yep, Cesaro's favorite airline.
George, you need to find a remote. That's how the gates work, I think.
This wasn't the way in. The button opened the gate, but it closed again when I let go. It was a small device with a button. Maybe just the thing I was looking for. The glove compartment was empty. Must have run out of gloves. Looks like somebody had started to repair the Jeep and got bored. The car jack was one of the heavy-duty types. The release handle was missing. The gates wouldn't open from the inside. Hey, Nico. See any more guards you fancy?
You owe me big time for that one, George. I'm worried they might have already killed Bruno.
Well, let's hope he didn't tell him too much.
You're all heart, George.
This castle looks really old.
Medieval, George.
Yeah, that too. By the way, have you and Labano...
Have we what?
Have you been doing that stuff?
What stuff?
Boy-girl stuff?
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff.
Boy-girl stuff.
That's what I said.
Listen, George. Andre is a good friend.
Yeah? So it's just a coincidence he's around again?
He's an expert in ancient manuscripts. Who else was I going to call?
Oh, what's wrong with the very old, very ugly experts you see all over the place? Shame we can't fix it.
Let's face it, George. It wasn't exactly getaway material.
I still haven't found a way to open these gates.
Come on, George. Kick ass. I heard the guard reporting in. That Petra woman is going to be here any minute.
The gates wouldn't open from the inside. The ironwork was solid. Look up there, on the gate.
Some kind of sensor.
Maybe it opens the gates remotely. Shazam!
Wonderful, George.
Uh-oh, here come the guards.
Let's hide.
Hey, Nico, will you press that button?
What is it with you and buttons, George?
Just keep your finger on it until I get out again, okay? Now, which one's the lucky one? I needed all the luck I could get. I thought I'd take the handle. I was improvising every step of the way. The Jeep descended to the ground. I let the handbrake off. Oops, there goes my no-claims bonus. The drain pipe looked like the way onto the roofs. After you, Nico.
This is definitely not a case of ladies first.
Oh, you want me to test it out?
Well, obviously. George?
Whoa! Nico, watch out below! Jeez, only just made it. You were right!
Of course! I'm not stupid!
You're gonna have to find another way in if you can.
Okay, George. The bracket had fallen from the drain pipe when George climbed it. I thought the bracket might come in handy. I didn't want to do that. There was a small gap in the window, but it wouldn't open. It was awkward, but I managed to get the bracket into the gap and force the window open. Here goes. It was a large barrel, probably for storing ale or wine. They certainly got through a lot of drink here. The faucet was too stiff to move. I couldn't budge it. I turned the faucet, but nothing happened. The barrel was empty. A dented and rusted suit of armor. There was no way I could walk around in that. The armor was old and rusty. I didn't want to touch it in case it made a noise.
So, this Petra, they say she's a bit of a one.
Oh, yes. Takes pleasure in killing. Regards it as an art form.
Nasty.
One poor guy she tortured, took him a week to die.
How'd she do that then?
They called it the doner kebab.
Oh, you don't mean...
That's right. Everything just the same. Apart from the salad, of course.
And the pita bread?
Obviously.
What'd she look like then?
Short blonde hair. That's all I know. I never got closer.
Don't blame you. She might get ideas.
Too right.
Chicken nuggets, for example.
Hot dog and beans.
Ouch!
If they saw me, I was done for. I had to find a way to walk around without attracting attention. But for now, I had to play the quiet mouse. I couldn't open the door. A chef was cutting vegetables at a chopping board. He was struggling and didn't look too happy. The vegetables had been badly sliced. What was this guy using? A hammer and chisel? Presentation was obviously not his strong point.
Hey! Get your thieving hands off my carrots!
Sorry, they just looked so tasty.
The last person who tried that lost a finger. If you want to keep painting your nails, I suggest you keep your mitts off.
The warning signs all over the bottle left me in no doubt as to what it was. It was a large bottle of industrial bleach.
Hey, you! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I needed to clean the toilets.
Not with my bleach, you don't. Go and get your own bottle. I'm sick of people nicking my stuff.
Okay. Sorry. It was a large glass-fronted freezer. Inside I could see frozen hams and chickens all stacked up on the shelves. There was enough to feed an army. Cesaro's army. The chef was giving those vegetables hell. Hi there. Do you have a moment?
A moment? Well now, let me think. I've 50 dinners to cook for 50 fat guzzling guards, with pudding, I might add. plus 1 vegan speciality de la maison for Madame Petra, plus 1 macrobiotic for senior sensitive skin Susaro. I've got no assistants. I've got a kitchen out of the Stone Age, and she asks, do I have a moment? No, woman, I do not have a flaming moment. Just get out of my kitchen.
The answer's no, then.
Yes, the answer's no. Who the hell are you anyway?
Susan.
Susan? What kind of a pathetic girly name is that?
It's a name for a girl.
Well, change it. I don't like it.
Could I take your bleach?
Oh, now this is getting beyond a joke. There's a million varieties of crap I can put up with, but I'll not have people stealing from my kitchen.
I only wanted to borrow it.
Only? Only? It's a slippery slope, do you not see? There'll be another time, and then a time after that, until one day I shall have no bleach whatsoever. It's bad enough they give me a kitchen your Stone Age man would turn his nose up at. But when wee strips of girls drop in wanting to take my bleach without so much as a by your leave, I tell you, I contemplate murder.
Oops. Sorry I asked. No offense, but those vegetables aren't very well chopped.
Says the vegetable chopping expert, no doubt. Well, as it happens, you're right. I admit it. They are crap. In fact, they are worse than crap. They are crap to the nth degree of crap. And do you know why?
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
These vegetables are crap because my knives are blunt.
Oh, so why don't you sharpen them then?
Oh, stupid, stupid, stupid chef. Why didn't I think of that? Sharpen the knives. Brilliant! You're a genius, woman. Oh, wait. Silly me. I forgot. I haven't got anything to sharpen them with.
Did you hear something? Not sure. Was it from upstairs? Sounded like it. You take the side stairs and I'll go up here. If there's anyone there, we'll have them trapped.
I had to hide or get caught.
Did you see anything up the side stairs?
Yet nothing.
Stay alert anyway. This place gives me the creeps.
Just another locked door. Just another locked door. The door was shut fast and wouldn't open. I couldn't open the door. It was locked. The door was shut fast and wouldn't open. It was a large luggage case. Petra's name was on the label. She certainly didn't travel light. The case was filled with clothes. Lying on the top was a small hairdryer. I picked up the hairdryer. A large, highly polished dresser. Someone had interesting taste in furniture. The dresser was locked. Even for an antique, the lock was sturdy. It was an ornate hand basin. The fixtures and fittings were very old. The hand basin had hot and cold running water. Cold running water anyway. It was another large luggage case. You could never have too many clothes. Inside the case was a brown wig. Petra certainly liked to dress up. I picked up the wig. At the very least, it would stop her from using it again to impersonate me. That's interesting. The case looked a lot smaller on the inside. The base sounded hollow. I guess there was a hidden compartment inside. All I had to do was find a way of opening it. That wouldn't work here. The bottom of the case was false. I felt around the interior, trying to access the hidden compartment. Aha! Tucked into one corner was a tiny button. Damn! My fingers were too large to press the button. Oh my God! I doubted she used the knives to open letters. I picked up the sharpening stone. The weapons were all locked in place. The stone was well used. Petra clearly took great pride in keeping her knives sharp. There was no reason to try that. Excuse me, but could you make use of this?
A grindstone! Finally, somebody in this god-forsaken kitchen is using a bit of initiative. Don't suppose you fancy a job as kitchen assistant? The money's crap, the hours stink, conditions are worse, but it'll make a man out of you.
No thanks.
Young people today don't know which side their bread's buttered.
Just one more question. How did you end up here?
Give 70 people food poisoning just once, and you pay for it for the rest of your life.
I must remember not to eat anything while I'm here. Now that the chef wasn't watching, I could reach the bleach. I hoped it would bleach the wig blonde. The bleach was strong. The wig's color disappeared almost instantly. The wig was soaking wet. I didn't want to carry that around with me. Besides, the bleach would have dripped onto my clothes. Somehow I didn't think Petra was into tie-dye. The hairdryer was perfect. I fancied one of them for myself. Voila! Perfectly dry now. Showtime.
there?
Uh-oh.
That door wasn't going to open. That door wasn't going to open. It was a damaged stone gargoyle. It looked very unstable. I'm all for conservation, but needs must if the devil drives. The window was open. They obviously didn't think they needed tight security up here, but no one is safe from George the Cat Stobart. It was an old, ornate oil lamp. It looked like it hadn't been used for years. The lamp had an old knob that I guessed was for turning it on. Oh, yuck! At least the knob worked. As soon as I turned the knob, the oil stopped dripping. The window led to another area of the castle. I could see a walkway on the other side. That door wasn't going to open. It was an old drain pipe, rusted and bent. An offshoot pipe had been blocked by an old tin cup. The old drain pipe ran up the wall, but looked like it was broken. Just as well, the pipe was wet and slimy. There was an old iron grate set into the floor. Below it was a pit with a window that led into the castle. There was a chance that I could have got through there if I lifted the grate. The grate only opened a little way. The hinges were badly rusted. There had to be a way to free those hinges. The tin cup smelled of moldy leaves. The oil started to drip again. I collected a small amount of oil in the old cup. As soon as I turned the knob, the oil stopped dripping. I hoped the oil would free the hinges. I could almost hear the hinges sighing with relief. Here goes. A book title sprang to mind. 1,001 Uses for Lamp Oil.
Madame Petra, we didn't hear you arrive.
Obviously.
And did you have a pleasant journey?
No. Now get back to your jobs. Both of you.
Our apologies, ma'am.
Security is too lax around here.
Yes, ma'am. Your belongings have been taken up to your apartment.
Good.
Miserable bitch.
Just some delivery notes. Some were for food, others for washing powder. I would have hated to do the laundry for this lot. The guard was sitting at the desk reading. It looked like a children's book. Any news?
It's been pretty quiet.
What about an attack from inside?
Everything is battened down tight.
Good. Now, would you care to explain why you are reading on duty?
Just trying to improve myself, ma'am.
Do it again, and the next book you buy will be in Braille.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Where was the prisoner taken?
To Senor Suzara's office in the lower levels.
Is he on his own?
2 guards went with him, ma'am. He cannot escape.
For your sake, he'd better not. The security door had no handle or visible way of opening it, but there was a card reader on the wall. I have some questions. The security door over there. Could anyone get through it?
No, ma'am. It's the most secure there is. Oh, by the way, ma'am, have you had a chance to see the security sergeant yet?
No. I shall get his report in good time.
He's waiting to issue you with your security card.
Oh. Where can I find him?
He's checking the perimeter, so he's somewhere outside.
Thank you. Hello. I wonder if you can help me.
Are you Madame Petra?
That's right.
How can I help you, ma'am?
That's a very fierce-looking dog.
Trained to kill as soon as he's released, ma'am.
Good. Just don't release him near me. Understand?
No, ma'am. You hear that, rascal? You're not to hurt a nice lady.
Rascal? You. I need some help.
You're Madame Petra, isn't that right?
No, I'm Madonna.
Whoa!
Idiot. Of course I'm Madame Petra. This place is a mess.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know you.
I am Madame Petra. Isn't it obvious?
Of course, ma'am. I should have realized.
got all day?
Sergeant of Security, Mom.
I am Madame Petra. I have just arrived.
Of course, Mom. I have a security card for you. Here you are.
Thanks. It was the security card that should have been given to Petra. It was the security layout for some part of the building. I had no idea where. I didn't really want to go messing with things I didn't know about. There was a large group of computers all whirring loudly. I wasn't about to go switching off the computers. The computer was processing something, but what? I was risking my life here dressed as Petra. The last thing I wanted to do was break something and draw attention to myself. The woman was hunched over a computer terminal. She was really into her work and doing a fine job of ignoring me. Excuse me!
Please, ma'am, do not interrupt me. I cannot afford mistakes.
I need you to answer a few questions. What exactly is it that you are doing?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I have strict instructions to report only to Senor Susaro until we have finished our preparations for the armillery.
Yes, of course. This card required validating. Could you do that for me?
Of course, ma'am. There you are. Now please excuse me, Madame Petra. I must get on with my work. Senor Susaro will be very upset if I don't finish this.
After what I'd been through to get the card, I was desperate to see what lurked down below. The cell was locked and empty. It was an old prison cell. Damn! This must have been where Bruno was being held. I hoped I wasn't too late. Oh no! Someone was coming.
It was the laundry that I had landed in. The aromatic effect of over 400 cheesy feet was mind-blowing. I knew that stealing putrid socks wouldn't solve anything. Somebody in this castle had a serious washing powder fixation. My old Navy SEALs manual had a special section, assessing enemy strength utilizing captured washing powder drums. Shame I couldn't remember the equation. I didn't need to take any of the washing powder. The door was locked. This was beginning to feel more and more like a prison. There had to be some way of opening the door. The washing machine slid sweetly onto the trolley. Well, here goes. Yes! It was no use. The door was shut tight. If only I had the key card to open it.
Take that, you!
Oh! Why you?
George?
Who?
It's me, Nico.
Jeez, I thought you were Petra.
Often sneak up on girls like that, do you?
Only blondes.
So it's true. They do have more fun.
Hang on to the wig and find out.
Trailer trash chic. Not really my style.
Ouch. So how come you're down here?
Did you notice the extra security? I'm guessing that Bruno must be close.
So what are we waiting for? Hey, Nico. Can you do something with this lock? I don't have anything to open it.
Where would you be without me, George?
The locker had some guards' uniforms hanging inside. Looks like green is the new black for bad guys. Well, this should help me move around more easily. Nico, could you turn your back, please?
You are joking.
I know, but it's these shorts. Not very flattering.
Oh, fine. Quickly, get it over and done with.
There, changed.
Oh, you look nice.
I bet you say that to all the guards. Right. Here goes.
Madame Petra, I wasn't informed you were back.
As you can see, I am. And this is urgent.
I ought to check with the front desk.
You are holding me up. Now, unless you want your appendages rearranging, I suggest you open the door.
Of course, ma'am. My apologies.
I didn't have the code to open the door, and I didn't want to risk raising the alarm. Nico, keep quiet and come and look at this.
It's Bruno.
I don't think there's anyone in there with him.
Can we risk it?
We've got to. Hey, Bruno
Bruno, it's Nico.
and George.
Hey, fellas, nice of you to drop by.
Are you okay?
Oh, sure. I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm in constant pain. I've had more electricity through me than a small town in winter. But heck, now you're here, who gives a damn?
You're so brave.
Lady, I grew up in Eastern Europe. We did torture in kindergarten.
Have you told him anything?
Everything. But the one thing Susano wants,
And what's that?
who has got the key of Solomon?
But we don't know who's got it.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't matter now. We're coming into... Shh.
That was the gatehouse. Petra has arrived at last.
I am so pleased for you.
Thank you. I find torture such a soulless task without an audience.
Oh, I know.
And she is so imaginative. Such a source of new ideas.
I appreciate that.
Yes, Bruno, I truly believe you will. And look on the bright side. When you tell us who has the key, even then we will not kill you. We need you too much. My dear girl.
Has he talked yet?
No, but I'm sure you will persuade him.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Now, Stobart and the girl. I hope you bring me good news.
I found them, but I'm afraid they got away. I'm sorry.
They have too much luck.
There is worse, Master. Let him in.
All right, boss.
Not this idiot.
Forgive me, sir, but there is something you must hear. Flap, tell Senor Susano what you told me in Paris.
What? About that nightclub and those girls?
No. About the safe.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't, was it?
Wasn't what?
Wasn't safe?
Get on with it, Flap.
That Stobart girl, she came back to the theater, took some documents.
What documents?
A picture of a castle in Prague.
This castle.
Very good. Give the man a cigar.
Flap!
Sorry, sir.
Wait, what is that?
Do you like it? It's my new scarf. That Stobart girl left it behind in Paris.
What is it?
You can go, Flap. Get out.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Bruno, it's your lucky day. Now I know who has the key. We do not need to put Petra to work on you.
You know? How?
The emblem on the scarf. It is the crest of the St. Stephen chapter of the Knights Templar.
I thought they had disappeared centuries ago.
Clearly not. And I know exactly where to find them. That fool Flap had the answer all along, wrapped round his thick neck.
Collard must be working for them.
So, now we must change our plans. I shall go to Paris to retrieve the key. You take Ostwald to the armillery to prepare. Give the order that all personnel are to prepare to move out.
It's time, isn't it?
Yes, my dear. It is time.
The grill was screwed tight to the wall. I wasn't going to be able to pull it off with my hands. The edge of the coin was just the right size to unfasten the screws. I couldn't get through the narrow gap.
George, when I first knew you, that would have been no problem.
Guess I must be carrying a little more muscle, huh?
Yeah, the fat kind.
Okay. Look, whatever I said about you in that wig, I apologize.
Apology accepted.
Phew.
Won't make you any thinner, though.
Nico,
Yes.
I don't like to ask, but
Would I climb through the grill and open the door from the inside?
amazing. You read my mind.
You're just so predictable, George. You owe me one.
That's okay. I'm not counting. Nico, look.
It's some kind of map of ley lines.
See the area in the middle?
It matches the diagram in Vernon's video.
It seems to have its focus somewhere in Egypt.
So do you think that's where they've taken Bruno?
Oh, I think so. The armillary must be in Egypt.
Well, that should be easy enough to find.
Sure. I mean, how big can a country be? It was an electronic map of the world. Ley lines were represented in red. They all merged at one point over Egypt. Cesaro's desk was straight out of the Megalomaniac catalog. Aha! Look at this.
What is it?
Secret button hidden under the edge of the desk. Maybe it opens the door. It was a large, round red button. Only thing missing were the words "Press me." Buttons like this traditionally opened up the floor to reveal a tank full of killer sharks. The desk had a button concealed under the edge of the top surface. If the world ends when I press this, then I'm sorry for all the nasty things I've ever said about you.
George, just get on with it.
Okay, sorry.
Well done, George.
Let's go and rescue Bruno.
Out of interest, what nasty things?
Oh, you know, the usual.
The usual? Go on. Andre, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd keep Beatrice company.
Andre took me to the cinema.
What did you see, Nosferatu?
George,
Andre, we need your help.
Of course.
what do you want him to do?
That symbol on the scarf?
Yes?
Cesaro recognized it instantly.
It's the coat of arms of the St. Stephen chapter of the Templars.
My God.
What?
I always thought it was just a story.
Look, Andre, tell us what you know.
Tell us, chérie.
The St. Stephen chapter was reputed to have escaped the Inquisition by hiding in secret chambers, somewhere in Paris. No one knew where, though previously they had their base near the old church at Montfaucon.
Maybe I can find a clue in the old Templar meeting place.
What do you mean?
The Templars used to meet in secret in the catacombs there.
Of course.
There's more.
Go on.
It involves the founding of the chapter.
We don't have time for tales, Andre.
Listen, Nico, if there's one thing I've come to realize, it's that you can't have too much information. Carry on, Andre.
Thank you, George. When the Templars were in possession of the Temple Mount in Israel, they discovered a holy relic. A young knight, Stefan, was given the task of transporting it secretly to France. He traveled north through Galilee and then headed to the coast where he boarded a ship destined for the River Po. Making his way up the Po Valley, Stefan avoided known dangers to the west by heading north to the Rheingau. pursued into France by the forces of a treasure-hunting prince, he was forced to make a stand in the mountains of Reims. Though able to dispose of his foes, he was fatally wounded. Bravely, he continued to his destination, the Bérentoire Preceptory, handed the relic to the master of the chapter, then died. The order changed its name to Saint-Stéphane, in honor of the brave knight, and relocated to Paris.
It's like a fairy tale.
Good grief.
I'm going to head for Montfaucon to look for clues. Nico?
You go without me, George. Andre and I will see if we can work out the exact location in Egypt.
Right. Well, I'll see you soon then.
Off you go, Georges.
I was back in Montfaucon Square after all these years. Beneath the cobbles lay a hidden world of ancient waterways and catacombs, some of it built by the Knights Templar as a meeting place and sanctuary. Once again, I was going to have to go down there to discover the truth.